Good morning, everyone. It's Rita here, and it is October. Oops, wrong glasses on. Well, I'll try to deal with it. October 8th, Thursday. I'm sorry. So yesterday I showed you these little card things that I made. Well, we worked on these together here. These more I would say vintage primitive colors that I would use in something that's more on the vintage side. And then I also thought, well, I wanted to make a few that were more like my prayer journal or on the female side or something like that, where I use a lot of pink. I tend to use a lot of pink. I don't know why, but I think it's the avocado dyed paper that goes to the pink. So then I was going to show you here, I did book page on this one. I did 3 of each, 3 book page. This was a copy of that passport that I had for the Henry Bell Journal. And I just used the pages there. It says visit relatives and travel right across that part. And then this one says France, Holland, Belgium. I just thought it was kind of cool. Then I did some music paper and another one from his passport, music paper, and then this just regular scrapbook paper. Now, what I found out is, and let me see if I can just show you as a sample. I don't have any more of these little cards cut out. But for instance, when we glued them on to here, let's pretend we're gluing this on. We glued them on and we left this little area around it to fold it like this. Well, I found out that it's much better if you just cut these corners off. It is too bulky, and then fold and glue like this all the way around. It is much easier to have control of the paper. Okay, so that's just a little tip. And also, I found if you're using something that has a glossy film on it, which a lot of packaging does, cereal boxes, this is from Ziploc bags, those kind of things, the glue, the art glitter glue, doesn't like sticking to that very well, the art glitter glue. It doesn't like this shiny surface. So I would do it in the reverse. I would make sure the cardboard part is where you're going to glue down the edges instead of the part that's printed. Okay, so well, enough of that. Anyway, I just wanted to show you those. Now today, I was watching a video from Patricia Viramontes. She's called Patty Pocket. Because she does a lot of pockets and things like that. But I had been watching her video the other day, and she was making lace flowers, and I had wished that I had something like this, because when I was doing the prayer journal, it would have been nice to have something like this for even the cover. So let me start off. I did this for the first time, and I actually used fabric fix. And it really doesn't work well. I mean, it dries eventually. I guess if you want to spend the time to let it dry, you can. I'm too impatient. I want to make several of them at a time, and I don't want to wait for each one to dry up. I also tried stapling these on, but I don't know. I think that got a little too bulky. So the first thing you need to do is make a circle out of a piece of cardstock or something. This one is the one I use usually for buttons and stuff. Very heavy. Almost didn't get a whole circle, but that's okay. You don't even need a whole circle. Okay. And I don't think you want it too big, because and this is the part you're going to use to glue down your flower that you make. Okay. So this little circle here, but you want enough room that you can glue. So what I did, so then you cut 4 pieces of lace, and I'm using kind of a flat lace, and it's about, I would say, This one here is 2 by 2. I guess that would be about right. Yeah, 2 inches, maybe 2 1/4. So that's the first part, is cutting those, and they don't have to be absolutely perfect. We're going to trim them up afterwards anyway. Okay, so then we're going to take this and we're going to fold it into a triangle shape, and then a triangle again. Now I got the hot glue gun out. I don't like using hot glue because it's going to burn my hands through this, but I'm going to try to be careful. So just put a little dab of hot glue there, and then fold it up, and then barely touch it. If you have those little pads, those little silicone hand things, you can use that. Then you're going to take and put a little dab here, and you're going to glue it, I'm going to hide that one, to the center of the little cardboard. Okay, so we're going to take another one and do it up on a triangle. Now she glued this here down. I don't know if it's necessary or not, but I've been doing it that way. I'm sorry for that noise. I have a dish in here because I do not want that glue. It is everywhere already. Now let's see. Let me just dab it right there. Have it. It's got strings, but we can get the strings up. Let me get like a little pair of plastic scissors to. Okay. So let's do this. If you have something that's a fast drying glue for fabric, but see, that's the problem. Fabric takes longer to dry. I mean, the glue doesn't adhere to all fabrics. All right, and then we'll drop that down there. This is going to be covered up in the middle when we finish. Okay, so I'll take this triangle. This way. And my glue's kind of even yellowy. It may be I've sitting here in there too long from the last time I used it. I don't know. Okay, so see, now we have 4 sections there, and you turn it over and it's all glued down to that little disc. I'm sorry. It's just, oh my gosh. I think it depends on the brand of glue you use too. These are my granddaughter's glue sticks. All right, so next we're going to find another piece of lace to go in the center, and it would probably be something smaller. So this one here, that was like 2 1/4. This one's 2. So we're going to cut these like 2 by 2. And I don't have a lot of flat type lace, I guess. Well, I have flat lace, but they're all the same size, or they're either that or they're very large, and unless you really want a big flower, I'm thinking, you know, maybe flowers that are 2 or 3 inches. Okay. So now we'll take this one up. It's been a chilly morning this morning, but it's going to be 80 something this afternoon. So yesterday I had to turn the air on. Okay, now this one gets glued where that line is. It gets glued in between there to cover up that line. Anyway, yesterday I had to turn the air on because it got 80. And this morning I had to turn the heat on because it was like 60 something in here, 65. And I mean, it wasn't terribly cold, but I like to take a little of the chill off in the morning. I get up very early, so. All right, so I'm going to go across from this one. Glue that down. And, whoops, that's not supposed to go that way. It's a triangle. Remember to do that. that's going to go in between that little triangle. I thought this was really a clever idea. I think there's probably other people that have done it, or people have done it in crafts with just paper. Because I suppose you could do it that way too, with some paper. Right, let's stick this one down here. Yeah, the hot glue kind of really does it much faster. Very, very fast. But it's kind of messy. I guess that's why I don't like it. Okay, so then when you get this part done, you take and you trim around the little sharp edges that are sticking out here. So you don't really have to use scalloped edge lace if you don't want to. It can be plain because you're kind of cutting that off. Now, if you're using scallop here and it's smaller, I think that would be fine to leave it. You don't really need to cut this one that much unless it's, you want to cut it down a little bit. And I guess you can puff it a little. Okay, so then the next thing, this is the one I did earlier, is to put a button or something in the middle. So she did a shank button, and as I'm going through my buttons, I have very, very few shank buttons. I have regular buttons. This is my button box here, and I have a button box over here. But see, mine are mostly have the 2 holes in it. Now, if you wanted to, you could take a piece of embroidery floss or something and tie a little knot, make a little fringe, and make it look like it's, you know, sewn. I don't know if I have a piece of, let me see if this will fit without threading a needle. Yeah, I probably should have. I guess this button's the same on both sides. All right, so just if that's something you want to do. So you could tie a little knot like this, which is what I do on a lot of buttons that I'm using for embellishing. So it looks like it's, okay, so you could put it up this way, so it looks like it's tied on, or you could turn it this way so those are covered, which I kind of like it that way. I think I'm going to use it that way because, like I said, I don't have any pretty buttons that are covered. I mean, that are, don't have the holes in them, they're shank. So I'm just going to do it like that. So anyway, that's how you do that. Now, she cut the shanks off hers and then glued them down, but I don't like that one. I don't need that color. So the other option too is, these are little circles that I've made for covering buttons and stuff. And all I do is, if I have a, let me find something ugly. Let's see, maybe that's, yeah, okay. So I take an old button, or an ugly button, let's put it that way, and I will stitch around a circle and drawstring it like this, and it makes a covered button, just like that. And you can glue that on. I don't know if I want to glue that one on, because I don't know what color I'm going to put in the journal. So I would just really leave these undone in the centers until you know what you want to do. I also thought you could take charms maybe. Let's see what, here's a button with a clock in it. Let me see what other charm I have that's handy. Here's, well, that's got hangers on them. Let me see what I got. Just handy right here. I've got another charm box too, but so like here's a little cat. You could put that in there. You could put a key, maybe. Because you could put another piece of fabric or something on the top of that too, and then put something like that, a key. That one's kind of big, but it's let's see, I've got some little music notes. Put a little music note in there. Anything to hide that, you know, basic center part. And you probably could even cut a circle out of some of the lace and just put a little circle right there to cover that middle. Here's a button that's got a little flower button. It's another little flower charm that could go in something like that. So anyway, I think that it's a really cute way to make some flowers for your journals. And I would say you probably could use this heavy crochet, but it might be kind of hard. Let me cut, let's see, this one measures like 2.5. So let me cut, I guess if I turned it this way, that would give me a good indication of how, because you want a square. So then you can turn it this way. I think that would be pretty thick with the crocheted lace. And then I also thought, let's see, what if I used fabric? Don't know if that would work. Let me see though. They're kind of small, but let me punch another circle out. Oh, this cardboard is very strong. My cutter doesn't like it. All right. Let's just do this for fun. Let's do a little tiny fabric one. Okay. Put that there. These are probably very tiny, too tiny. The glue doesn't go through them as fast. I thought fabric tack was bad. I have physical therapy this morning at 11 o'clock, so gotta go run and do that. I'm not crazy about going to physical therapy. I got better things to do, but I need to get my back fixed. Okay, so there's a piece of fabric in there, and maybe instead of doing, let me see. Instead of doing, I don't know, that might be too big. Let me cut it out anyway, because I can use these all the time. I wish I could find some more doilies that have these little circles in them. Well, I did find one yesterday, but they wanted a lot of money for it. I guess I'm too cheap. I'm so used to yard sales and finding deals that that's probably a little too big. Anyways. I don't see something where I can make another ruffle on the inside of that. But I think you get what I'm talking about. Let me see if I have just a little bit of tiny. See, I can't make it in triangles. Even tinier lace. Might be kind of, yeah, that's too tiny. All right, well, I gave that a try. I just don't have anything handy, and I don't want to keep you just sitting here looking for something. But you could just, you know, stick a button in that. So let's trim that around so it's a circle at least. And it actually may be something that I can use if I come across something to stick in the center. Kind of puffs up there, makes a bit of a flower. Yeah, I think that's kind of cute. I'm just going to stick this in here, and somewhere, someday, oh, I don't get it all over my hands. Oh my gosh. Let me get that. Didn't quite get that in there right. Okay. I should have tied these strings in a knot around the button before I did that. It's been a while since I've done this way. Okay, I feel like I cut too much off that side. That's cute though. You know, if it was me, I'd probably, like, if I was going to do like a sunflower, let's see. I just cut at the tip. Like if I was going to do something where it was like a sunflower color. I'm just playing with this. I hope that's okay with you guys. That's how people come up with new ideas. See, that would be cute with like a yellow or something that you wanted to make sort of a sunflower effect. Just do that, and I've taken things like that and cut them, and then I coffee dye them, and then it they become really vintagey looking. So I'll save these for my little scrappy things. Okay, so I hope that gives you some ideas on what to do. This one here, I still need to put a button in there or something, but like I said, and even maybe that would be cute. That would be cute, and then maybe just a tiny little pearl kind of button, or I don't know if I even have a little pearl button, a little pink button. There's a little small button there. See, that would be very cute with that extra embroidered lace inside there. Okay, so I guess that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed just this little bit of fun, and next time I'll probably get going on a journal. I do want to do some ephemera, so I might go ahead and try to make some pockets up and things like that, so that when I go to make the next journal, when I go to make the next journal, I will have some little things to work with, and these will be fun. See, so now this is kind of like a shabby chic look there. This is shabby chic. This is the shabby chic. So we have, you know, a couple items that can be popped into a journal. Even this one would be shabby chic. All right, thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye.